Hello, my name is Margrethe Syrstad Anders and I'm with the Department of Arts and Media Studies at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. So here we are in the Nidaros Cathedral, which means it's the river, it's the mouth of the river Nid, that's what Nidaros means, so it refers to the location. And this was a Trinity Cathedral in the Middle Ages, but they have the shrine of Saint Ola, which was the most important shrine in the north of Europe at that point in time. But it's interesting is that the northernmost outpost of the Catholic Church in the Middle Ages, it was referred to as the Ultima Thule, the end of the world. This was the barrier towards the Samis and the unknown frontier. So this is sort of the frontier of the Catholic Church in the Middle Ages. I actually want to start with the place where we are. It's called an octagon. This was the main saint, Saint Ola, who brought the Norwegians to Christianity, and his shrine was placed in the octagon, so it was a pilgrimage place, and it was the archbishopric of this northernmost archbishopric. And then in 1328, disaster strikes. It's a huge fire, and it takes everything of wood inside. Probably the shrine is damaged, bells are damaged, and letters are preserved that the bishop writes to other bishops to encourage them to send money because they need to redo his cathedral. And that's when the restoration of the octagon takes place. So it is originally 12th century, but then they start restoring in 1328. And we have a very defined period of time from 1328 to 1350 or 49 when disaster really strikes, because then Black Death comes and 70% dies in Trondheim. So it's we know exactly when the sculptures here are done, and we know who started this, because this is Bishop Eilif, the guy who writes to make other people help fund. And we know a bit about him because he also gives new regulations for the church and for lay people on how to behave. And I think it's in this light we should view the sculptures that are carved within this very well-defined period of time. He's got wings and little heads over here, and several of them, they sort of end not in feet like that one does, they end in tails, and that's not a good sign. They're hybrids. We find them in manuscripts at the time, and of course they're humorous and they're playful, so they're funny in a sense, but they're also a sense of those who are in a decayed moral state. You're not this and you're not that, which it ain't good, and having a tail can never be good in medieval Christianity. It refers to everything that is bad, essentially, the devil's work. And this guy up here, he probably is there to send a message to the pilgrims who came here, because this was where Saint Ola was kept inside the octagon, and the ambulatory took them around, and he sort of smiles at us and at them at the moment when you come up in the octagon, and he is taking his hood off because that's what you do when you come close to the sacred, so that's a reminder. But then he teases and he laughs, and he got these lavish curls, and he's showing us his arm, and that's the height of fashion at this time. And one of the things that we know that Archbishop Eilif didn't like, that people were too fashionable, it's like peacocks. People were to keep within their level of society. And exactly from this period of time, we find buttons in the records all over Europe because they're fashionable. It's a new thing that comes. You don't use pins and needles anymore, you have buttons. So that shows that this luxury object, this is someone who's wealthy and he likes to show it off. And that's probably what he is. He reminds us it's about pride, it's about money, it's about being like a peacock. That's what he likes to make us keep in mind with this sculpture here.
That we shouldn't be like that.
We shouldn't be like that. That's presumably, yeah, we shouldn't be like that.